Let's jump right in. We're diving deep into a super intense Serie A match today, a real nail-biter. Cagliari versus Hellas Verona?
Ooh, yeah. This one had a massive consequences for both teams, especially in that relegation battle, right?
Huge. I mean, think about it. Two teams fighting to stay in Serie A. Both kind of scrappy underdogs. So much on the line for both sides.
And that's what made this match so captivating. Like, you just knew at every tackle, every pass, every shot had so much weight behind it.
Definitely felt that energy even just watching it on TV. So let's set the scene a little bit. Cagliari going into this one, desperate for a win. They were on like, what, a 5-game winless streak?
Yeah, they were really struggling to find any sort of consistency, and hovering just above that drop zone, every point mattered. Verona, on the other hand, they weren't in much better shape. I mean, yeah, they were a few points ahead of Cagliari, but still.
Still right in the thick of that relegation fight,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah, definitely. So neither team could afford a slip up. And right from kickoff, you could just feel the tension in the air.
Right. The intensity was there from the first whistle. And Cagliari, they came out looking like they were, I don't know, like they had a point to prove. Super aggressive, especially down that left flank.
Yeah, Tommaso Augello, he was a real problem for Verona's defense, just constantly bombing down that wing, sending in some really dangerous crosses.
Dangerous is an understatement. I swear, every single cross he put in, I was like, this is it. This is the goal.
Right, he was whipping in these in-swinging crosses, aimed right between the Verona center backs and that fullback. It was such a smart tactic, taking advantage of Verona's, well, let's just say, lack of aerial dominance.
And on the receiving end of those crosses, Roberto Piccoli. Oh, man, he was so close to connecting on a couple of those early chances.
Oh, so close. I mean, if he had been just a half step quicker, or if Agrello's crosses had been, I don't know, a little bit more on target, it could have been a completely different game early on.
And you got to give credit to Verona's goalkeeper, Lorenzo Montipò. He made some incredible saves, especially in those opening minutes. I'm thinking of that one from Gabriele Zappa's header. How do you even get a hand to that?
It was pure instinct, I think. Zappa got a clean header on it, but Montipò, somehow he managed to just get his hand up in time to tip it over the bar. Seriously, world-class save. Kept Verona in the game, no doubt.
He used the wall. And you know what's funny? Even though Cagliari were dominating possession and creating all these chances, Verona still had their moments going forward.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They weren't just content to sit back and absorb pressure. They were looking for opportunities on the counter, and right before halftime, they had a golden chance to take the lead.
Yeah, Darko Lazovic, one-on-one with the keeper. It seemed like an eternity, right? Like the whole world just slowed down.
Oh, I know. And it was a great opportunity, too. Lazovic, he's usually so clinical in those situations, but this time, his shot just sailed over the bar. I mean, we're talking inches, maybe even less.
I think everyone in the stadium held their breath on that one. Huge let-off for Cagliari, that's for sure.
Definitely a turning point. Had Verona scored there, it would have completely changed the momentum of the match.
In the second half, it was like someone just hit the fast-forward button. End-to-end action, both teams pushing for a goal.
Yeah, the intensity just ramped up even more. And speaking of Lazovic, he almost redeemed himself early in the second half with a powerful header.
Oh, man, that header. It was like a rocket.
I know. He connected perfectly with the cross, and the ball was just screaming towards the goal, and then cling, cling, right off the crossbar. So close, yet so far.
It was like the football gods were just toying with him. And with us, too, let's be honest.
Oh, for sure. We were on the edge of our seats that entire second half. And meanwhile, Geller just kept on doing his thing, just peppering that Verona penalty area with crosses.
It felt inevitable, right? Like eventually one of those crosses was going to find its target.
Right. And finally, that moment of brilliance, the breakthrough we were all waiting for, it was a beautiful team goal, started with some really sharp passing in midfield, drawing Verona's defense out of position.
And then, boom, Mattia Felici. He slips this perfectly weighted through ball to Piccoli, who slides in and finally puts the ball in the net.
I swear, you could hear the roar of the crowd from miles away. And the relief on the faces of the Cagliari players, it was palpable. They had worked so hard for that goal.
So well deserved.
Yeah.
But man, even with the lead, the drama wasn't over.
Oh no, not even close. Verona, they didn't give up. They threw everything they had at Cagliari in those final minutes, searching for that equalizer.
And they almost got it too. Montipò, again, coming up with a massive double save. First, he denied Leonardo Pavoletti from close range, and then almost immediately after, he somehow got a hand to a deflected shot that was heading for the top corner.
It was unbelievable. He was like a one-man army back there, just single-handedly keeping Verona in the game.
Yeah, it was an incredible display of goalkeeping. But in the end, it wasn't enough. The final whistle blew, and Cagliari held on for a 1-0 victory. A massive result, especially considering their recent struggles.
Oh, yeah, absolutely massive. That win lifted them 4 points clear of the drop zone, Gives them a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of confidence going forward.
And for Verona, well, it's back to the drawing board, right? Still very much in the relegation fight. Every point is precious.
Yeah, no doubt. But they've shown resilience all season, so I wouldn't count them out just yet. It'll be interesting to see how they respond to this setback.
Absolutely. So there you have it. A tense, dramatic, and ultimately crucial match in the Serie A relegation battle. Cagliari snatching a vital victory, Verona left to rue their missed opportunities. And for you, the listener, I got to ask, who do you think will ultimately escape the drop? Cagliari, riding this wave of momentum? Or Verona, with their never-say-die attitude? We'll just have to wait and see how this incredible drama unfolds.
Oh, I can't wait.
Me neither.